according to what I have written in what I call the counter-racist code, which is in the book that I've written, that people can go to and get by going to producejustice.com. Anyone in the system of white supremacy who is classified as white, anyone who is able to be a white supremacist, probably is one. That's what you call counter-racist thinking. Based on what? Neely Fuller? No. Based on logic. Because in a system of white supremacy, somebody has to be a white supremacist. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. So the first thing, and I've talked to some black people about this, and the first thing I try to get straight, does white supremacy exist? Kick him out of the computer altogether. Because I have already concluded emphatically that white supremacy does exist. So now if it does exist, that means somebody has to be a white supremacist. So everything is supposed to be based on logic. Otherwise, it's not supposed to be in the counter-racist code at all. If it's not based on mathematics, if it's not based on logic, there's such a thing as social mathematics, political mathematics. I mean, it's all the same thing. Cause and effect. That's mathematics. That's all it is, cause and effect. Now, either you have a system of white supremacy or you don't. Now, once you accept the fact, and I say it is a fact, I say it's the truth, that you have a system of white supremacy called racism, and racism is white supremacy, I say someone has to be a white supremacist. That doesn't say that all white people are white supremacists. And I never say that. I never say that. I say that those who are, and those who are smarter and more powerful than those who aren't. And I say that any white person who is able, underline the word able, words are very important. Any white person who is able to be a white supremacist probably is one. Now, why do I say probably? Because I have no way of proving that a white person is a white supremacist. You pass white people every day. You work with them every day. Which one is a white supremacist? Which two are white supremacists? 2 out of 100. Which 10, 12, 15 out of 1,000, whatever the numbers are. If it's 10 people in a room, 5 of them black, 5 of them white. Which one of the 5 white people or white supremacists believe in mistreating people based on color? Because that's what racism is. Dominating and mistreating people based on color. That's what it is. Now, which one? Which 2? Which 3? Maybe none of them. So how can you tell? I don't know. There's no master list. So you do what? Logically speaking, you suspect that all of them could be, and that maybe none of them are. But in a system of white supremacy, since someone has to be a white supremacist, and there's no master list as far as I know, naming who the white supremacists are on this planet and who are the white people who are definitely not white supremacists, since you don't have that list, then you can suspect that anybody who is able, and I underline able, to be a white supremacist, a white supremacist who is classified as white, probably is one. Why? Because it takes quite a few to make the system of white supremacy. Well, we wouldn't be having this discussion in 2016. We wouldn't be talking about Black Lives Matter. We wouldn't be talking about African American museums. We wouldn't have a thing called black churches